We're here with Jay, the CMO for Liquidium. Jay, how you doing?
I'm fine. Happy to be in Zurich.
Good. Give us some background on Liquidium and what you guys are trying to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, we are the biggest lending protocol on Bitcoin Layer 1. We did over 90K loans, over 380 million in loan volume. And yeah, like, what are we trying to solve? Like, we try to solve, like, giving liquidity to people, let them utilize their assets like runes, BRC20s, like Ordinals, and giving them the possibility to borrow against it, borrow fresh Bitcoin, native Bitcoin against it, to use that Bitcoin elsewhere. Yeah, that's basically what the pain point we are solving for the space. It's been fun so far.
380 million in loan value is pretty phenomenal. Being Bitcoin first and being very focused on the Bitcoin ecosystem, walk us through like what it is about Bitcoin that attracted you guys.
We've always been interested in like Bitcoin DeFi. I mean, we saw DeFi on ETH, we see DeFi on ETH, on Solana, and so on. But when we found it and so on, we were always thinking about, hey, how can we bring this to Bitcoin? So we started on a different layer, and then quickly saw, okay, hey, Ordinals came out. So we started building for that, and we saw, hey, there is DeFi possible on Bitcoin Layer 1. Obviously, you have to do some different stuff. There's not a smart contract you write in code into and then you just execute on. So it's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, we were just interested in Bitcoin, in that untapped potential. There's so much idle Bitcoin laying around, it's not utilized. Yeah, we were just interested in building infrastructure for that, to give people the opportunity to use their native idle Bitcoin to do something with it, instead of like just having it on a wallet and do nothing with it, right?
Yeah, so I mean, ETH DeFi is obviously massive. Do you think Bitcoin DeFi can be as massive or even bigger?
I'm a more conservative guy. I would say let's first reach ETH numbers, but obviously as the whole DeFi space grows, as hopefully ETH grows, Solana grows, Bitcoin will grow too. Therefore, I think we still have to build infra for that and so on. But I can see I can see a future where Bitcoin DeFi plays a pivotal part in DeFi in general, and then hopefully get as big as Solana and ETH, and hopefully overtake them and get the biggest DeFi sector. Yeah.
Be nice for crypto to come back to the mother chain.
Yes.
So, I mean, again, coming back to those numbers, you said 90K total loans, 380 million in volume USD. And that was all on, kind of like the native Bitcoin tech stack. And now you guys are kind of evolving beyond that to improve the product. Do you want to kind of walk us through what
sure. Still, as of right now, we're using pure Bitcoin tech. We're using DLCs, discrete log contracts, to do stuff. And right now, the whole flow has still a lot of friction, right? So with the current product, there is more friction involved, more steps involved for people to provide liquidity and for people to get liquidity. But it's still, everything is on layer 1, which is like not our ethos, but it's like a motivation for us to really try everything what's possible on Bitcoin Layer 1. So transitioning to today, we've been looking or searching for a kind of execution layer on top, which helps us as a product and helps our users to kind of reduce those friction steps. And that's like where like our new product Instant Loans for Runes first comes into play, where we just through Chain Fusion, we just have a possibility to reduce steps for all of our users per se, to get liquidity faster in a way. We still execute everything on layer 1. We use Chain Fusion, as I said, as an execution layer to basically reduce the friction, make the experience even better for the users.
So from like a user standpoint who's used to the native Bitcoin product that you guys currently have, like what are the specific features that they're going to find have changed with instant loans?
I mean, from a feature perspective, it's still not the same, but it's still comparable, right? Also important for us because we don't want to change a whole product and make the flow completely different, and you have to onboard again, explain again, and so on. But with the new instant loan product, it will be easier for people to first of all, borrow against runes. As of right now, runes UTXO based. We have lots, and those lots have like they are denominated in Bitcoin, but they have like a dollar value attached to it, right? And those lots can vary in price due to the token performing and so on. We wanted to reduce that, so now you can basically borrow against any rune, or like the runes which are available in any increment of runes. So you can come and say, hey, I just want to borrow against 1,000 dog tokens, or like 1,001 dog tokens. The minimum threshold is around about $100, so you need to be always above $100, but that gives people a better opportunity in using their fungible tokens on Bitcoin. And I mean, what I'm telling is completely normal in other DeFi ecosystems. You just borrow against any amount. Yeah, but we bring this to Bitcoin through Chain Fusion, right? And I think this is also really interesting because it's somehow a pool, even though it's still P2P. It's somehow a pool which we created, and that's cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, just solving the lot problem that's inherent with runes and BRC20s is, I mean, obviously that's a phenomenal user experience, and it's like the starting point. What you would expect that on Ethereum and Solana. Like, people would be like, why is this even a problem on Bitcoin? And so solving that is good. It's just going to be make it more comparable to what people expect from you.
Comparable and more convenient, right?
Yeah,
and that's important for the DeFi space in general.
Yeah. Well, Jay, what is your hope for runes and ordinals in the coming months and years?
Yeah, I mean, we had a hype. I think runes, but not ordinals at the beginning, they completely took the market by storm, and we had like our own bull market, right? People were excited, Bitcoin NFTs and so on. We had great volume. As of right now, volume died down. Of course, we can look on chain and see that. I'm still not worried because all of the builders here with us in the room, and we met at ICP Lab and so on. They're all thinking of ways on how to bring this Bitcoin DeFi space forward. Regarding runes, we have to see, but also there, a lot of new solutions are going to be built or are being built right now, including us. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. Of course, we have the Taproot Wizard Mint. We had the Taproot Wizard Mint. This will hopefully bring liquidity back into the ecosystem, and then you always have like new liquidity hopefully new liquidity in the ecosystem. Then liquidity will be used elsewhere. But yeah, there always needs to be a catalyst to kind of fuel a new liquidity wave. I mean, we had that in January last year. Some airdrop happened. I won't go into detail there, but after that airdrop, the whole ecosystem went crazy. New liquidity flew into that ecosystem because that airdrop made waves, right? Yep. So that's how I see it right now. And obviously we can't predict the future, but we all build for a Bitcoin native future.
Where do people find Liquidium?
Oh, they find us on X, they find us on LinkedIn, they find us on the web, on Reddit, on Trustpilot.
Liquidium.fi?
On X, it's Liquidium.fi. We have a landing page, it's Liquidium.fi. We have an app page, it's like app.liquidium.fi. Yes, on LinkedIn, Liquidium. Yeah.
Jay, thank you so much for your time, and guys, keep up the good work.
Thank you.